That was a first game for us. You could tell we had a lot of new guys who had never been on a varsity field or playing significant minutes in a varsity game. Our kids went hard as a good team across the field from us, but I don't think our execution was where we would have hoped it to be, but pretty typical.
A lot of penalties.
Yeah, and I'll have to go back and watch film. A little bit of it was nervousness, I think. Kids just excited to try to make something happen. Some of it is just not maybe being sure of what you're supposed to be doing or how you're supposed to do it. You know, sometimes when you're not able to really concentrate at the job at hand because you're thinking, who do I block, or how am I supposed to block him? That's when you kind of make some of those mental mistakes. So we had a couple busts on defense, mental mistakes. We had a couple busts on offense, and hopefully we can get those corrected by next week.
A lot of coaches spoke pretty highly of Prior Lake. They could surprise some teams. What did you see from them?
Hey, I saw a very physical club. They played us really stout inside. I thought they played the run extremely well. They're gonna be a tough team this season.
What happened with Mitch?
Mitch got dinged up on one of the plays. We held him out the second half. Didn't want to take any chances.
Okay.
He'll have it evaluated tomorrow, but he's walking around right now.
So it's nice to have some depth there at that position with Antonio.
It's nice to have him, and we have Eric Rotai, who we've moved around a little bit, and it's nice having an extra guy like Antonio in that. And unfortunately, Mitch wasn't in the second half, but you can kind of see what Antonio brings too.
Obviously, Nick saw some time last year, but how did you think he did with his first, varsity start, pretty much?
Oh, I thought he made a lot of plays under pressure. He was out there a lot, between punting and kicking and quarterbacking and whatever we asked him to do. I think he would have gone out there and play defensive back if we needed to him at the end of the game. But he loves to play football, and he got a chance to play some tonight.
You guys had to replace your entire receiving corps, but it looks like between 10 and 1 there, you guys got some capable receivers.
Yeah, and we have another kid who didn't show, Paris Burrell, tonight. He's made some great catches in the preseason here, and I think it's one of those things where you got a receiver who kind of gets hot, and the quarterback starts to find him too. So both those guys did well. It was nice balls too. I think our quarterbacks were a little nervous early. You could kind of see that. I noticed it in our warm-ups. I don't think we completed about 5% of our passes. Everything was sailing high and wide and everything. And last week we were so crisp. So I think a lot of that's just due to nerves.
You guys just always seem to get big plays out of special teams and defense, and it happened again today.
That's kind of been, we played pretty sound defense, and tonight we busted on a couple plays, but overall we played pretty good on that side. And our special teams have traditionally been good, and I think we're probably the only team in the state. We have 3 volunteer coaches: a volunteer long snapping coach, a volunteer punting coach, and a volunteer kicking coach. So our guys get well coached in that phase of the game.